Well, we did it. We hooked up the PS4 and we played Resident Evil 6 again. And it was really weird. It was really weird. In fact, I wish that I would have finished Resident Evil 6 back when we were playing it so long ago. And I don't regret the way we did things. I just wish there would have been more time to just do it. Even if we would have sat on it, that wasn't the problem. But to just do it while the story was fresh, as opposed to waiting. Because today took longer than it ultimately needed to take, because we had to devote some amount of time to reminding ourselves of what was going on in the wildly complex story that is Resident Evil 6. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday. That's right. We did breakfast stream this morning, which went really well. Breakfast stream lately has just been a ton of fun. And then afterwards, we took care of some stuff that we needed to take care of. And then we had lunch. And I told Mal, I said, at lunch, we're going to watch the cutscenes from Leon and Chris's campaigns to remind ourselves what was going on, so we'll know what's happening when we get back into the game. Because we needed a little refresher. Because the last time Resident Evil was on the channel was, I want to say, November? Maybe October or November. So like it's actually been almost a year. And I didn't remember how many cutscenes were in the campaigns. It's an astounding amount of cutscenes. And whenever I loaded it up on YouTube, the video for Leon was like 2 hours long. And I was like, okay, this is too long. It shouldn't take us 2 hours to figure out what was going on. So Mal pulled up a written synopsis of just Leon's story, because I don't want to get spoiled about anything else. And while she read through it, we would then skip ahead in this cutscene compilation to figure out like how it corresponded. And slowly but surely, and it took a little while to do both Leon and Chris's, we reminded ourselves of every little aspect that was going on and refreshed our memory about the overall story of Resident Evil 6. And some of you might be saying, that sounds like a waste of time because Resident Evil 6 is not even good. And you're not really wrong. You're not really wrong. The story is convoluted. The game is still fun. I still stand by the fact that the game is fun. It is not a good game, but the game is fun. It is a couch co-op action game, and I know that hurts fans of the series because it's not what it used to be, even though Resident Evil 7 changed all that. So Resident Evil 6 is just the last black sheep of the family. But it's still an enjoyable game to play. That being said, it's got a lot of flaws, and a lot of those flaws came out tonight in Jake's campaign. Lord have mercy. There was an entire level that was in snow where there was blizzards like every minute and you couldn't figure out where you were going, and they gave you a mini-map because you had to go find stuff, and then you got on a snowmobile, and like Resident Evil is not a vehicle game, man. You can't force it in there. It's not good. The developers aren't good at it. They don't have any experience doing that. And you can really tell that Jake's campaign was like super experimental. Like they really had all these ideas they wanted to play with, and they did them. And some were okay, and a lot of them were but the combat is still good. The actual game, so the monsters are good and ridiculous and over the top. So like there's a lot that I still think is good about Resident Evil 6. But some of the worst of it, I think, is in Jake's campaign, that being said. But we played through it. We had to remind ourselves about what was going on. Then we had to sit down and record it. And it actually, it was shorter than I thought it would be. And that was not good for me, to be quite honest, because I was kind of banking on the fact that it would give us a certain amount of episodes. Because, again, we're getting ready to go on this trip. We're actually going to be gone for like 2 weeks. And we have to travel there and back, so it's actually longer than that. So it's a long trip, and there's a certain amount of content that we have to create in order to cover ourselves for the trip. And I was kind of hoping that Jake's campaign would do it, and it was clear when we were done that it wouldn't. And I was like, oh, crap. Okay. But there's still one more campaign. There's Ada Wong's, which is apparently a really good like story one because it it goes into detail and explains what the heck's actually going on. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And we were hoping we wouldn't have to do that before the trip, but we do, and we're going to do it tomorrow because everything is already set up and we're ready to do it. So we should just do it so it's done. But yeah, trip prep is always crazy. It's always crazy. And, depending on the extent of the trip and how early we start and how difficult the projects we're actively working on depends on how difficult it is. But this one in particular it's not easy. I'll say that. Getting everything ready is hard. There's a lot of stuff to do. And also, scheduling takes forever. And we're not even to that point yet. And we leave in like 10 days or 9 days or something. So yeah, there's definitely a feeling in the house of a little anxiety. Not going to lie about that at all. But, we're working through it every day. And every day that we go to bed, we're like, okay, we did accomplish a lot. And that's good. So I'm happy about that. And the other thing is, by making the decision not to just power through and finish Ada's campaign tonight, we will get a full night's rest. And that's good. It doesn't even make sense. Like, we could sit there and play it, but it's going to be a better presentation if we just get well rested and do it tomorrow and keep to our sleep schedule. And nothing changes. There's like nothing that changes, so we might as well just do it tomorrow. So we will. Mal, how are you holding up? You tired?
Yes.
How did you enjoy playing as Sherry Birkins?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
I don't think... One of the things I was saying up there that I didn't think to talk about in the end credits of Jake's thing is that you could tell it was experimental.
Yeah.
That campaign was experimental. Mm-hmm. They did stuff they've never done in the series.
Yeah.
And they did it in their campaign. Maybe that was one of the reasons why it was shorter. I don't know, but it wasn't bad. And there's when it's flowing well, it's actually quite fun. But I'm glad that Resident Evil eventually figured out what it was trying to be. Because 6 is like, it's lost. It's like, I don't know what I'm trying to. I don't know what we're doing. And then it found its way again, and that's the sweetest love story ever told. Man, I don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I mean, we played Resident Evil 6 today, and we're gonna do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow we do have Lunch Bunch. We're probably gonna try not to stay too late. Normally we take longer lunches to enjoy the social activity. We're probably going to keep it kind of short tomorrow, at least for us, and then get back here and try and finish off Ada's story. So that's done. Obviously, we benefit from trying to get it done as soon as possible, and then also Dan benefits because it gets to him so he can start working on cutting it. And there are still many videos to produce, and the sooner we get done with recording, the sooner I can unshackle Mallory and let her back to painting, because I know that you desperately want to get back to painting.
Yep.
Because I have to steal her away, and that's not ideal. It's just the way it is, but it's also like I can't work because I have to do this other thing. But we'll try and wrap it up tomorrow. And actually, I'm looking forward to it because I really want to know like all the intricacies and secrets of Resident Evil 6 and the story explained and stuff. And we'll finally, hopefully, learn that tomorrow. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?